Hello everybody, my name is Oscar Enriquez and I'll be talking about deviance and social control. Currently I'm working at a hospital and one of the tasks I'm assigned to do is to help with recreational therapy from patients that are suffering from various conditions. One of my tasks I was assigned to do was to help organize and facilitate activities that are meant to improve patients' physical and emotional well-being. Uh, Another morning I had a patient that I'm not going to name join us for our therapy. This patient was recovering from a serious injury, like many others. During the session, I noticed that this patient was sitting down quietly. I approached this patient and offered them to join. Right, this session was going pretty usual. There's usually always patients who are reluctant to join, and I usually talk to them and I usually encourage them to join. This patient, however, decided to join, and the prompt is usually somewhat cheerful. Uh, so some other patients started to whisper, and because this patient decided to draw something very discomforting, something very dark, I just basically had to address the entire room and be like, hey, art is very expressive, and we are welcome to all forms of creativity here. Um, I use the term deviance here because it refers to behavior that violates social norms and arouses negative social reactions. In this scenario, this patient's abstract and dark artwork was perceived as deviant by the other patients as they started whispering to one another of like, what is he doing? All right. This reaction highlights how deviance is relative and context dependent. Social control, on the other hand, refers to the ways in which society tries to prevent and sanction behavior that can violate the norms in this setting. Um, in this case, the patient whispers and curious were forms of informal social control that attempted to subtly discourage this patient's deviant behavior. I had to intervene and remind the group that all forms of creativity are, there's art has no bounds, and we encourage all types of creativity regardless of how it comes out, because it can be healing. I also use the concept of labeling theory, which suggests that the deviance is not inherent in an act, but is the result of the labels attached to it. This patient artwork was seen as deviant in other patients, but that's just the social norms that was considered acceptable in this setting.